Games Workshop news, but anything else that sort of floats our boat. Hi, I'm Ben, and this is Ben Bear Jeffries. There are two Bens.
Hello. There is indeed.
So I'm having to be careful because I'm triggering the green screen behind me at the moment.
Oh dear, you are.
Okay. So, first up
Just
this week.
don't move.
Stay very, very still.
Yes.
So yeah, first up this week we have the Lord for the was it Ossiarch Bonereapers?
Yeah. So right, Bonereapers, I imagine. That one I can't correct you on.
Yes. For anyone who's new here, Ben does normally correct me on my absolutely horrific. Well, I say pretty much everything wrong, don't I? Wait till we get to the Space Marine heroes in a minute.
Yeah. I'll have to fix you on that one.
So this model is pretty fantastic. I feel it kind of fits a theme with their lords recently. It reminds me of the Alclan King or whatever his name is for the fish elves. What are they called, Ben?
Oh god, I can't even think. But I don't see how it reminds you of that when it's clearly a horse Lord Celestin. You know, it is 100%. Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely one of them.
It is stunning. In fact, like it really does look quite beefy, doesn't it? That horse.
Yeah.
I love the little spirit sneaking out from underneath it.
Yeah, it's again another lovely model that is also able to be built in two different ways. We don't do a lot of AOS anymore, so we're very out of the game on talking about AOS stuff.
Yeah, but I think we are going to do a bit more soon, and I think we definitely have at least one person in the club who's interested in these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But
And again,
we're going to move swiftly on because we both want to talk about salamanders and imperial fists.
Lots of other things. Yes, lots of other things.
Oh, and of course, Sister Battle. We want to speak about the Sister Battle. So
yeah,
we finally have
lots to talk about in a half-hour period.
That's it. So we finally have a picture of their new codex. Now I'm not sure if this is the special edition one that they're meant to be getting alongside the box. I saw the picture and thought it was pretty, so I added it to the list of bits and pieces. But this is from their bulletin number 18, so they're probably going to be close to being finished soon. Let's have a...
Well, I would imagine they're probably going to be looking like a Christmas release or something, because something this big is going to make a decent markup at Christmas. So, yeah.
I think were they saying November time? I'm pretty sure I saw a November somewhere.
Well, yeah, Christmas thing. Yeah. Christmas starts at like November, doesn't it? Really?
True. So yes, in fact, sales Christmas can start even earlier than that.
Well, yeah, Christmas starts at Tesco's in August, doesn't it? So yeah. I think they've got some really nice models there, though. That's finally worthwhile for definite. They've needed these for a while. So lots of potential for conversion there.
That's it. Well, this is the model, isn't it, for conversion? You've got the see if I say this one, Arcoflagellant. That's what it looks like to me.
You'll have to ask Mr. Mike on that one.
We will have to ask Mr. Mike on that one. Just checking the YouTube chat. Sorry to anyone who ever comments in the YouTube chat. Our system that we're using combines a couple of other chats, but it doesn't combine the YouTube chat into it. So I do have to check that on a separate device. So if I ever miss a comment, I do apologise. So yeah, this model they are looking pretty fantastic. Pretty, like, they've been kept in a dark place. I mean, they're paler than I am, and that's saying something. Okay, maybe they're not paler than I am.
They are, yeah. Right, anyway. Don't feel like we're going very far with this one. Anyway, so the rule booklet, it looks very nice. Whether or not that is, as you say, going to be a special edition one, I didn't read or see anywhere. No, it is. Yeah, it's special cover art for exclusive for that set.
Yeah.
So obviously their codex will be completely different. I think you'd be silly not to purchase this box, to be fair. But I mean, when you look at it, it's that plus there's going to be dice in there. Whether or not they're going to be special dice for the Adeptus Soriatus, I don't know.
This is a battle. Let's not.
Through. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, Sisters of the Battle. Yeah, it's well worth picking up as a box. I mean, you know, getting a HQ, probably 2 troop units, a couple of special character bits, I would say there, and then, you know, Penton engine's always cool. Everyone loves a good Penton engine.
And we've got the other model that they've showed off is the Rapinta Superior. I don't think I'd want to be, you know, around her if she was pissed off.
Nah.
That's a serious whip there.
So anyway,
we move on to the next one.
Hobbits. Everyone loves a good Hobbit because everyone likes a good underdog.
That's it.
When it comes to gaming, but at the end of the day, Hobbits aren't actually all that bad. I mean, you know, being that you can take a hell of a lot of archers in your armies for them. It's they're pretty good.
Yeah. So this is Forgeworld's Preorders.
I quite like their models
for Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
their models are quite cool. They're, I mean, I don't personally use Hobbits as such.
I mean, you've got a few, but they're the Fellowship ones, aren't they?
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, I've got the Fellowship, but I would have a little Hobbit army, but it's just getting around to doing one and actually getting around to finishing painting off High Elves, Uruk-hai, Minas Tirith, Wood Elves.
You ready? I've
figured
out what's messing with the green screen.
Your drink.
My drink is messing with the green screen.
No, we'll stop playing with the green screen.
Every time I want a drink, I'll dive off the side of the green screen. Stop playing about.
But yeah, I really like these models. They are very cool. Don't get me wrong, having a lot more closer inspection, they are very cool models.
I mean, I love the waist jacket on. I've gone on from him now. Can I go back? There.
Oh, is that Mr. Falco Boffin?
It might be Falco Boffin. I just closed down the list.
The one with the tweed jacket.
It is, yes, Falco Boffin. Yeah. That expression
is
cool as well, actually.
He's got quite a happy chappy sort of face going
on. Do you have a quick look at the rules for Lotho Sackville Baggins?
Well, the many rules that he has there.
Yeah.
But spend will points to pay off models around him in following ways is quite funny.
Considerable work.
So. Oh yeah. Well, you know.
Sackville Baggins. That's what. Oh dear.
Getting +1 to fight value is pretty handy for Hobbit models. I can tell you that.
Well, they must be what, a 2?
Oh, they're Some of them are 3, some of them are 2. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I have a large box with a large amount of rules in to go through to try and find that out. So that'll be for another read up.
Ah. Oh, good. You're in the YouTube chat. I missed that.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Hello, Professor Stratigo, who was with us during our last painting stream. I hope you're doing well. No painting today, no. We do this every Sunday. We just go through the reviews, or to just go through mainly Games Workshop stuff. But if Warlord put up anything particular that we like, well, any company to be fair, but I'd say out of the games we play in our local group, it would probably be a Warlord release would catch our eye, or maybe something from Fantasy Flight, especially if they ever, bring out the expansion to Twilight Imperium.
Oh, let's not discuss that one today. We do not have the time for that.
There's never any time for Twilight Imperium.
No.
Okay, so
well,
we'll move on from the Hobbits.
We have some Thunder Warriors.
Yep.
Striking next.
I mean, that is a pose, isn't it? It's
it is a great model. I really like how wide his sword is. It's quite a nice, broadsword.
That's going to mess someone up.
It is rocking. Oh yeah, but with all the people who love the model, there are all those people who are, oh no, they've taken away my spirit dwelling dude, or whatever it was I read about. And then, so Nighthaunt have been a little bit screwed, and now they've brought out Stormcast who can smack the Nighthaunt in the face, which is just fantastic.
Well, they've already got the, I think it's the Night Exorcist, who had great fun against a Nighthaunt player once, where I basically, they've got the Dias, the little floaty spell? Some of the floaty spell, put him on it, and he ended up with something silly like a 2-up rollable armor save floating around the board, doing error and effect damage. Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting.
See, this is why you play things like Seraphon, because they're not overly disgusting. I mean, there are disgusting things you can do, but why would you want to do it? You've just got mighty amounts of Saurus running around the battlefield. But there you go.
But yeah, it's a nice model. Again, it's another Stormcast. I mean, we get them every 5 minutes. They're like Primaris lieutenants, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's definitely a really nice model, and I think the sort of interesting thing for me is on this second picture, you've got the little book.
Oh, excuse me.
So I wonder whether
the what? Sorry.
He's got a little book attached to his back. So I wonder whether there'll be some sort of the Knight Incantor and the Lord Arcanum have the vials. So I wonder if there'll be something special to do with the book, maybe.
Ah, maybe it's just a phone book, so he knows who he can call. And I won't finish that for legal reasons.
Hello, Pappy Beats Me.
Another
friend from our last painting stream.
Right. Anyway.
So on to yesterday's pre-order. So this is all the new Psychic Awakening stuff, Blood of the Phoenix. We've covered this in the last two. I don't think we've got too much more to say about it, other than there are. I love eating cactuses. Very nice, Puppy Beats Me. I don't think they're particularly good for you. I'm just out of fear of what might be next, Puppy Beats Me. I'm going to turn the Twitch chat off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have these two really nice cards from the. It's for Drazar, and you're going to correct me on the other one, Jara something. But it's the two.
Oh, James R.
James R. Right.
Yeah.
So the two new characters, or not new characters.
No, I was going to say not new.
The two new models that are coming out.
Yeah.
So these are really, really nice. What do they are? They do refer them to as data sheets, which I believe are coming out with collector's edition of Psychic Awakening Phoenix Rising. Games Workshop, please, 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 just do these for everyone, because I know they'll sell. I mean, look at that artwork on there. Those will sell. You're not as impressed as I am.
No. I just had my YouTube like pause, so for some reason it's not doing anything. There you go. It wasn't changing the picture from the Hobbits.
Yeah. Hello,
but yeah, no. I tell you what, it would. I had them for. What did I have them for? I had them for another army. Those sort of data cards.
Not
and from playing like Adeptus Titanicus, having those little like sheet cards in front of you and things, I think is really helpful. Instead of having to like pour your way through a big book or whatever, if you're not completely familiar with certain sets of rules and things like that. So
yeah, I mean, having
I would agree. Like each army needs these, definitely.
I mean, I've got them for my Imperial Knights. It was the only.
Yeah.
I think it's the only codex they've ever brought them out for, and they're fantastic. You know, I don't have to take the codex with me because I know what, you know, most of the time I know what relic or thing I'm taking with the knight. If I'm only taking a single knight with an army, it's there. I've got the rule on one card.
Yeah.
A special giveaway, or not giveaway, special thing for purchasing 8th edition when it first came out was the mission cards. You got all the missions and the setups, and I got those because I had to buy X number of indexes when we all got into 8th. And yeah, I think they're fantastic. I still use the deployment zone mod.
Yeah.
I'm just saying hello to Ian as he's joined us in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, I think that would be worthwhile. Obviously, the comics fantastic. It would be, as I say, would be very good for each army, for definite. And if they potentially on the back of them, if they were to include things like points cost for that unit with certain weapons that are in that and everything like that, that would be really helpful as well.
Yeah, that would be fantastic, actually.
Yeah.
Annoyingly,
the downside obviously would be that you wouldn't get necessarily need a codex, but you kind of would do obviously for certain stratagems and warlord traits and whatnot else, but that would make life on the tabletop so much easier.
Yeah. Right, well, should we move on to our main subject?
Oh, should we?
I'm guessing you don't think I've moved on to the main subject yet, as it's not the Salamanders one.
I don't know. Carry on. Go with what you got to go with.
So,
You're the Imperial Fist fan.
So this is what shot up today. This is the pre-orders going up next Saturday. And finally, after us talking about them sort of on and off for the past couple of weeks, since they revealed the models, we have the Imperial Fist supplement, the Salamander supplement.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to say the name. We've got Adrax and Tor, which is what I'm going to refer to them as, because I'm not going to be able to say either of their names without messing them up.
So, Adrax Agatone and Tor Gauradon is how I would go with that. Well, probably not with the Gauradon.
So yeah, let me
I just realised they're both third company captains as well.
Yeah. Right, so I am going to. So I take it there wasn't a third company named third company captain yet Salamanders?
There was. He was just so it was in the Tomb of Fire books, by Nick Guy. Yeah, there was a lot of setbacks for the third company. Lots of captains were being killed. It was very much a Game of Thrones book, that one, when it comes to captains. Yeah, it did not go well for captains. And then, obviously, it's kind of settled on this guy. I very much love this model. I can't wait to see the actual rules instead of seeing all the pictures with clickbait written over the top of things and everything like that. But,
we'll jump across to that.
Talk about.
Yeah, we'll jump across to that in a minute. I'm just going to say, even though I told you I wasn't going to do one, I have put up a poll.
Yeah.
Once again, it is Salamanders versus Imperial Fists.
Because most of the people who are currently watching this are probably against me. There's going to be many people going, oh yeah, I really like the Imperial Fist. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it's alright. So the Imperial Fist cover looks, well, it's really nice. It's pretty classic Imperial Fist there. I can see a bolt gun going off. Or is it a bolt? It's probably one of, it looks like it's Primaris Marine, so maybe, what do you think? That's maybe a lieutenant? I can't say
it's definitely Primaris.
Yeah, I can't say I recognise the Imperial Fist markings that well.
Well, it's a red head, red helmet with a white stripe, so it's definitely a lieutenant. Yeah, definitely.
Would you like to talk about this Salamanders special?
Well, I mean, look at the artwork on that, and tell me that doesn't make you just go,
I'm surprised we didn't get the thud from your table.
Yeah, well, you know, it is awesome artwork. Don't get me wrong, I really like that. It's very dark. It's not quite the sort of bright and colourful, but here's the everything's dying backgrounds that we've had from a lot of the special edition codexes in the past. I mean, in the last, the one in 7th edition for Salamanders, that was just the white background with the running marine on it. So, but I quite like it. I quite like that artwork. I like the artwork that comes in the release video as well. I think some of that artwork that they did in that was fantastic. Sorry, I got burnt there. Yeah, and obviously sticking with the theme of having just a standard marine on the front of the normal codexes. Yeah, well, he's not a normal marine. He's obviously an awesome marine, but.
If you want to see a Salamander's aggressive dying, watch our first battle report.
Hey. They did alright.
They wouldn't die, that was the problem.
Yeah. But, yeah, data cards as well. I didn't realise. I might have been well out of the loop, because I have been well out of the loop with a lot of this, so. With a lot of the releases and things, but I didn't realise that they were doing data cards and such for each army.
Yeah, well, if you think you're getting your own psychic powers, although I wonder whether the Imperial Fists might get their own listen. Oh god, I'm burping now. They might get their own litanies instead of a set of psychic powers. I wouldn't be surprised if it's that way around.
You've got Imperial Fists have got the Geokinesis.
Oh, okay. So they are
Promethean. Powers. Yeah, they're their own psychic powers.
Okay, this will be interesting.
Yeah. Geokinesis, I would imagine, is obviously going to be to do with the geology of the planet, so it's obviously tying in with all the defensiveness of Imperial Fists.
So yeah, it's the cards. Now I hadn't shared them last time with the Imperial, with the Iron Hands and the Raven Guard. I think there was a couple of other things in the release that I was really focusing on, but I just really like the artwork and everything. I think they're doing all of this stuff really well now. And you've also got the transfer sheets and the upgrades, the Primaris upgrades. They are, I mean, I haven't had a good chance to look at these ones yet. But yes, the Imperial Fist getting That looks like 5 normal shoulder pads. Maybe 3 aggressor ones, maybe. Power fist.
Yeah, I think that's the one downside that we're facing at the moment, in my opinion, is the upgrade packs only come in with what looks like on the front, obviously 5 shoulder pads. Now we all know that squads running 10.
Yeah.
So I'd rather see 10, because otherwise all you're going to be doing there is basically just going, oh yeah, this is a 5-man squad with a sergeant who's got the pistol and the bolt and a power fist for them, or Thunderhammer, and obviously hand flamer, which finally having hand flamers is just nice. I mean, Primaris finally getting some sort of flamers other than aggressors. But yeah, it's.
I'm just going to check on Games Workshop's website whether they upgrades actually have. Yeah, because the Iron Hands one looks like it might have 10 shoulder pads in it, or maybe even more actually. The kit contains 2 frames, each with 5 normal shoulder pads. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Then I'm wrong. But yeah, still, obviously being able to kit out your one intercessor squad or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I mean it's £15 on top, but then if you do what I did with Heresy, which is to intersperse the upgrades amongst the squad, it does still look quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you was paying what, 13 quid nearly anyway for 10 shoulder pad upgrades from Forgeworld anyway. So for 15 quid for getting, for me at least anyway, getting the Thunderhammer, 3 different heads in it, the aggressive shoulder pads, you know, hand flamer and 10 shoulder pads for intercessors, I'm quite happy with a £15 price tag if that's what that's going to be.
Yeah, and the lovely little flame thing.
Yeah. No, I've already got a model that I'm thinking for the flame thing. Gonna sit it right on top of here.
I was going to say you've been working on them.
Drying.
So
yes, that is the Salamander Captain I was working on in the first stream that we did for our painting stream. So
very nice. So Ian hasn't voted yet, so I'm going to try and persuade Ian to vote for Imperial Fist. Go on, Ian. You know we want to vote for Imperial Fist.
We're running out of time, so we need to.
We are running out of time. All right, let's shove on to the next ones. So we have Tor on his little defensive position with his shoulder-mounted grav gun. Seriously, I mean, everyone talks about the ridiculous fist, but it's the shoulder-mounted grav gun. I mean,
why didn't he get 2 of those ridiculous fists and a shoulder-mounted grav gun?
Why didn't he get 2 of those fists and a shoulder-mounted grav cannon?
You know, boom.
This is probably he only has one of those massive fists because that's like the upper limit of the amount of power that the power armor can produce.
Well, perhaps his other hand should be carrying a battery pack then. A couple of Duracells, as the adverts are to be believed.
But yeah, we'll move on because I know that, you know,
time is money, man.
And this guy is, you know, Agrax Earthshade.
There was your knock on the table. Oh, I mean, yeah, I love the model. I like, the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm just like, yeah, I love that. And I'm someone who will literally look at models and go, do you know what? I need to convert that. I need to change that. I just need to tweak this and tweak that. And about the only thing I'm going to tweak and change on him, probably the head, because I'm just not a massive fan. Everything else, I'm like,
the mask.
That does it for me. Yeah, it's a bit too, I don't know, a little bit too chaosy perhaps for me, but
yeah, fair enough.
You know, we all have our hopes and dreams.
Still, my favourite.
I think he'd look quite nice with them 3 heads, to be fair, but there you go.
Yeah. So my favourite thing is the little hammer on the belt chain.
Yeah.
That's my favourite detail on the entire model.
You gotta have some signia for the Promethean cult and such. But as a fellow salamander, you're not allowed to know about that. Hush, hush.
I'll pretend I didn't hear.
Not a fellow. Sorry.
Okay, so I don't know if my YouTube chat is working, Ben. Is yours?
Yes, I imagine.
Do you imagine?
Well, I haven't had anyone say anything, so.
Okay. Yeah. So apart from these lovely guys in the supplements, we are getting finally a Primaris transport. Well, not finally a Primaris transport, but finally a Primaris transport that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
What happened to GW?
What?
Who sat in the office and went, Space Marines having storm bolters as pintle mounts, or assault cannons, or heavy bolters as their weapons on tanks and such? And who was it that decided to turn around and go, perhaps we should start giving them heavy stabbers? Like, that's a guardsman thing. Give me back my storm bolters. Sorry.
Oh, Ian, yes. Not only do you need to buy the new Imperial Fist character, but you need to vote Imperial Fists.
I mean, if you vote that in, you vote that. But remember, I know where you live.
So the Impulsor. Lots of options there. Lots of lovely upgrades. Cheap as anything, if you think about it in comparison to the Repulsor.
Yeah. Buy a Rhino and convert one, and there you go.
Yeah, I know. There's still a certain issue about them being floaty and not having tracks, isn't there? But
I mean, it makes sense in a futuristic world where there is all sorts of stuff that you could be driving over, and it's just a lot easier to actually float over it, so that you don't potentially ruin tracks, you don't potentially ruin wheels or things like that. That's great. But what happens as soon as the engine gets blown up or whatever, and it drops on the ground? Like, oh, right, yeah, cool. At least if you get a tank track blown out, you can replace that. Anyway, that's that's just me being pedantic, being a traditionalist for tanks.
Ian, I'll do it. It's vote and then Salah Lamb. I don't know if it will count my vote. There you go. Oh no, I've missed out on. Yeah, I've missed out an A. But yeah, you get the idea in. You just have to put the exclamation mark vote and then salamanders, and that'll do it. See, he's on your side then.
Good, because they're awesome, and they are. When it comes down to it, they're going to be one of the, annoyingly, because everyone's going to want to play them now instead of just wanting to play them because it's just they're cool. They are probably one of the best, or one of the top 2, maybe 3 Space Marine armies now.
It's really, really difficult to tell. Having been to the tournament earlier, this is the Kent 40k tournament. Yeah, I only saw the first games, but the Iron Hands were absolutely annihilating people.
The Iron Hands are a simple take this, do that, wicked, we smash everything. The Salamanders are more, right, you've got to do this to do that, to do this, and play it a bit more combo. So there's a bit more involved with it than there is just going, oh yeah, look at this, I did this and I win. But by and by, we've moved on from them anyway.
No more talking about them. Why can't I? Oh, it's because I'm spelling it horribly wrong. Right, I apologise, Ian. Right.
SALAM.
Right. I think that worked.
Anyway, I've got a couple more things to get on through. So
yeah, so as I said, it's really nice for them to have a cheap transport now for Primaris. no more either bundling everyone into a repulsor, a couple of repulsors. I mean, what's the most repulsors you've seen on the table? 2,000 points. I've seen two.
Well, not one of them. I haven't really seen anyone use them, to be honest, around Old. I've got one. Filled it once or twice. I mean, it's great to be able to go, yeah, look at this platform with all the guns and everything like this. But it doesn't really move far. As soon as it starts getting shot, you're like, oh, right, yeah, cool. It moves even less distance. All the way down to 2 inches end up being moving. At which point, you know, once you start taking lots of hull damage on it, or you get halfway down, it's kind of like, what is the point of running this thing anymore? It's a heavy point sink, and I'd rather take, well, potentially 3 Predators or something.
Yeah.
But
okay, yeah, those votes are registered now in, and it's worse because I've managed to vote for it once as well. So there you go. That can be Warcast Gaming vote on behalf of you, Ben. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, so after the Impulsor, we have the Infiltrators and Incursors. So they're finally getting their kits.
Yeah. The nice models there. I mean, to be honest, I think they should have been the step between normal Space Marines and Primaris Space Marines, because they are effectively just taller Space Marines, normal Space Marines, instead of being, alright, here's Primaris, which are bigger and better, faster, stronger. Don't take normal Space Marines anymore. But there you go.
Yeah. So we've got them. That's pretty much a roundup of Games Workshop's release. Sorry, that's the pre-orders for next Saturday. Just a quick note on my current favourite subject.
I'm going to be so poor next Saturday. If anybody wants to sponsor me and buy me some of the Salamander bits, I'd be well chuffed, and I'll paint them for the stream and everything like this. I'll be well happy. You know, just give me a shout. Shameless plug right there.
Shameless plug, but understandable. So, yeah. So my order hasn't turned up yet. This is thanks to Andy from the World Painting stream, who he gave me a little boat, and I built the boat on the stream because I'm so excited for this game. And I promised Ben that I'm not going to rant about it too much. But yesterday, Black Seas went live. I have yet to get mine. Cry. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really excited for this one. Everything from really, really small, almost, I reckon you could even do little river engagements. There's a couple of ones in the American War of Independence that you could probably do with little boats. I think we've lost your camera, Ben.
Yeah.
I appear to be appearing in 2 places at once.
Yeah.
For anyone who... Oh, there we go. Hey, you're back. I was going to say, that was the behind-the-scenes one, so because it's already using one camera on me to talk to Ben on Discord, and so he doesn't feel that, you know, he's just being watched, I have another camera set up so he can see my pretty face. My very, very pale face. I think it's because I've got the other light on me.
Yeah.
Which I've only got on today to try and control the green screen a bit better, which...
Yeah.
Half working. Anyway.
So, Black Sails anyway, but I've seen these ships. I've seen the ship that you have anyway, at least. I am jealous that you have this. I've seen that picture you sent me of the of Victory, HMS Victory. Very nice. I do want some ships myself. Again, if someone wants to sponsor me and send me some ships, I will paint them. Obviously, I'm not amazing at painting by any means. There are better painting tests and everything, but I'll do my best.
I reckon they're not too difficult to paint. It's no one can hurt me anymore. I mean, literally, my mental state is unbreakable because I rigged one of these, and I have many more to rig. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but there's some very, very fine thread run between all the masts, and it was, yeah, it's verged on soul destroying. My eyesight isn't the best, and as you can imagine, using tweezers and glue, I'm starting to like lose where I'm meant to be putting the thread, and I can't see the thread anymore. It was amazing. It's probably the most insane hobby thing that I've done. Yeah, so very excited for all of this. But I will stop ranting now as we're 10 minutes over time, and need to go away now.
Yeah, unfortunately, no Kickstarter for this week because while we have had a look through, it's very difficult to pick out certain Kickstarters.
Yeah. If anyone wants to suggest one to us, even if it's your own one, we'll quite happily plug it. I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, we did the Den of Imagination one a couple of weeks ago because mainly because I follow their Facebook and I saw that they were doing it, and I thought it was a really nice thing to do. The Chaos Imperial Knight arms.
I mean, if anyone's got anything, then they can always obviously drop us a message on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever on any of the videos and just say, look, I've seen this one. How about shouting this one out? As you say already, like we can just plug anyone who's got one as well.
Yeah.
We don't go far and wide, but we try.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Now, as always, there are links to everything that we've discussed in the it will be in the YouTube video, which will be up shortly. I might need to edit it a little bit just to maybe cut off the beginning. Although we went straight into it today, so won't need to.
But it'll all be in the doobly-doo little bit down below.
That's it. So all the links will be there. I'm going to throw in a link to Ben's latest painting session, as it is for the King of the Dead. Now, you had a little bit of trouble with the video, didn't you? But I think I watched it earlier, and I think your video is really good. So we'll chuck that in there.
I'm working on some other bits and pieces, trying to sort things out. Tripod coming, microphone, trying to work out lighting.
Yeah,
it's not the best.
I find lighting
using some other little thing, but
is really difficult. I mean, like the piece that we've got set up now for the painting screen, I quite like that. But I'm going to have to fix it better over the camera so that it actually looks straight through it. Yeah. Oh, good night, Ian. Thank you for joining us.
See you later. But yeah, we will sort out another painting stream so that we have something for you guys to watch, and at the same time, you know, again, if you got anything you want to chat about, got anything coming up, just give us a heads up. We'll try and give you a heads up as of when we're going to be doing a stream, and then we can work out what we're going to chat about and see if we can get you people involved, perhaps.
I'm actually going to close the poll before we finish the stream for once. Unsurprisingly, Salamanders won by 100%.
Yeah. If other people have any other comments about whether or not which one you're looking at there, obviously in the comment section below.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. As always, we are mainly on YouTube, where we're putting up Ben's painting sessions, or Bear's painting sessions, as we are both Ben, so it causes all manner of confusion. So, Bear Jeffries painting sessions will be on YouTube, as will any battle reports. I'm hoping to do a Titanicus one shortly, and I'll try and do it as a quick battle report style one, so hopefully the video will be half an hour rather than 4 hours like the last one.
Yeah. Blood Red Skies, we'll be looking to do something with that as well at some point.
Yes, yeah, and I reckon I'll probably want to do one, and I'm sure Mike will be up for doing one of Black Seas, which would be really cool. We're on Facebook and Instagram. As you can see in the video, they are right right underneath us. Please come and join us on Facebook and Instagram. That is where you will see any advert to any stream that we are doing, and we will post up any other bits and pieces that we're working on. I mean, I'm in control of the Instagram, so it's normally me posting up whatever challenge I'm currently doing on there. But I'm sure I can give Ben the password so he can start putting some bits and pieces up there as well. And obviously, please follow us on Twitch, because you know, the more basically the more support we get, the more stuff we'll do on Twitch. So yeah.
And the more professional we'll try to make things.
Professional. Hey, we've had very few technical difficulties, and as far as I can tell, only one was on my side of things today, and that was me having some sort of effect on the green screen with my drink.
At that point, we should have just cut out. Ended the stream.
Ended the stream.
Anyway.
Technical knockouts.
I'm going to crack on with doing some salamander painting. So, yeah.
And I will see if Steve is around and probably annoy him on something. So, thank you very much, people, for joining us. And we will see you either next Sunday or whether we get another video up between now and then, maybe. So, goodbye.
Bye.
Actually, not goodbye. As I'm in my naval thing, happy hunting. Right, bye.